She paints a lot of flowers as she is at work inside her Midway art studio, but lately the meaning of each flower is embedded into the finished works of artist Katrina Berg. We're curious about that symbolism, the symbolism of flowers, so Katrina is back to tell us a little bit more. Tell us how this knowledge of flowers, what they mean, is influencing your work.
Sure. I started doing some research because I was kind of realizing that, you know, growing up, you think, oh, roses symbolize love. And I thought, but what about the other flowers that I'm painting? What did they symbolize? And so I started researching and finding that flowers have symbolized things all throughout time and culture and religion. And we're just kind of getting a combination of all of it.
Did that change or alter, I guess, the mood or the colors or the way you approach a particular piece?
It totally did. This latest series that I'm showing in Alpine Art, every painting has a different theme. And so like if the theme is about hope, then I chose just flowers that they were symbols of hope. So, I mean, it's been really fun to kind of plan it out as a whole instead of just stumbling across things.
Give us a quick line, some examples of this symbolism. First, King Protea.
Sure. So the King Protea is something that's been a little bit more popular over the last few years, but it is something that grows mainly in Africa and Australia, and it symbolizes survival because it can grow in really difficult circumstances.
Kind of grit and hardiness. Look how stunning. Daffodils?
Daffodils are typical like Easter flowers, and I wasn't surprised to find that they represent rebirth, regeneration, and also just peacefulness of mind.
Those colors complement that as well. The orchid, what have you learned about the
orchid? So my very favorite thing about orchids, I think it depends on which color you're using, but what I found that anytime you find a spotted orchid, it represents the blood of Christ, which I thought was really meaningful.
Yeah, I've never heard that. That does pack a lot of meaning and personal connection. And finally, Forsythia.
Okay, so the Forsythia we see a lot right now. That's why I wanted to talk about it, because it's everywhere in Utah. That beautiful yellow, just, you know, those sticks that you see finally blossoming.
The smattering, they're so lovely.
Right, and it represents hope and endurance.
Forsythia, hope and endurance.
Yeah.
All right, we can appreciate those a little bit more, those themes and also those flowers. And of course, we appreciate your work so much, Katrina, and your artistic eye. Your current solo show is free to the public.
It is.
How can we see it?
You can go to Alpine Art on 2nd South, and it's open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5:30, and then Saturday 10 to 3.
All right, well, thank you for bringing your loveliness and your passion to our studio today. We appreciate it, from your studio to ours.
Yes.